would tell him, please return Killer. I need my Brandy and Bobby.
She was a part of the family, and she's really missed.
For many of us, pets play an integral part of our family. They share our homes and our day-to-day experiences, just like any other member of the family. We build many happy memories with companion animals, and we know that our special pets can never be replaced. When a pet passes away, painful as this may be, we can usually come to terms with the cycle of life and recognize that our beloved animals can only be with us for a short time. But if a pet is stolen or disappears and cannot be relocated, our hearts suffer from the type of wound that never quite heals. Often, individuals who have lost their pets search for weeks, months, even years, sparing no expense to find their lost friends. They place ads in newspapers. They post signs on storefronts. They even hire pet detectives to help find their lost pets. But none of this can be as effective as an entire community working together. That's where you can help. Grab a pen and a piece of paper and get ready to write down the information you're about to see here on the Lost Animal Files.
Imagine owning a breed of dog that becomes very popular as a result of a commercial or movie. To you, your little dog is just the same old pal he's always been. But when he sneaks out an open door, he becomes a prize to a stranger who ignores a collar and tag. This is exactly what happened to the first family in our program.
When I got Killer, my husband forced him on me, and he wasn't quite 6 weeks old, and I cried. I cried. I didn't want him. I wanted a Siberian Husky, and I just couldn't accept it. And Killer just took me as his mother. I had a long robe at the time. I was calling for Killer, calling, and Killer wouldn't come to me, and I started to walk away, and he was under my robe. So I gradually got very attached to the dog and had him for 12 and a half years before he disappeared. But one of his little clinches was he would go into the bathroom where his water dish is, and you would hear this bowl be knocked around. Now this little thing was in there knocking that bowl around because he wanted water. And you either got him water now or he wouldn't stop. That's how I got Killer, and I miss him. When my husband brought Killer home, we had a pit bull, Spike, and lost Spike in 90. And Killer used to latch onto his jaw and just hang on it. And but they knew their boundaries. Spike had his dish, Killer had his dish. Killer went near Spike's food, Spike would growl. If Spike went around by Killer's dish, he would growl at the pit bull. It was real cute. They got along great. After I lost Spike, I wasn't going to get another dog, and if I did, it was going to be that little Siberian Husky that I wanted when my husband brought Killer home. And I did. I got a dog named Misty in 90, and they took to each other and got along got along. In fact, Misty today misses Killer. She's just not the same. She's missing Killer like we all do. Killer is black and has a little gray whiting around the nose and mouth area. His left front paw is white, completely up to the elbow. Tips, very tips of his other three paws, you'll see the white. And on his neck and tummy. Other than that, he's totally black. He's bow-legged in the front. He had a funny little walk to him. And short and fat. Killer's 13 now, and he was 12 and a half when I lost him. We lost Killer January 2nd. It was a Saturday, and I had gone to Balboa that day with a friend of mine, and when I came home, they had told me that Killer had gotten out, and I combed through the track and couldn't find him. I left openings for him to get into so he could get into the house or let us know he was around. And the next day I went out and combed the track again, put signs up, went to the pound in Orange. And I knew something was wrong then. So that's been about 8 months. When I hadn't heard any response by about the 4th day of him missing, I called Sherlock Bones and hired Sherlock Bones to send their flyers out. They're called postcards with the picture. Posted the reward at $500 at that time. And I waited a couple months, maybe not even 2 months, and I ran it in the Metro section of the Register with this picture and lifted the reward at that time to $1,000. And I keep it in the paper. I go to the pound 2 to 3 times a week. It still runs in the newspaper, and I'm still looking in the pounds. I've put up over 1,000 flyers. I still have some more to put up. I will not stop searching for my dog. I know my dog's out there. I know he'll get loose, and I know he'll come home. I've been told by my family members, I've been told by friends that the dog is gone. You know, just go on, adopt one, which I did. But I haven't stopped searching for Killer. I know he's out there. I know he's out there somewhere. I know he's not dead. No, Killer was like a member of our family. The animals are like people, and I just won't give up. I just won't give up. He's out there. But I don't know why. I don't know how anybody could keep another animal. If they're an animal lover themselves, they know that dog's loved somewhere. I would tell them, please return Killer. I have no grudges, no hard feelings. I just want my pet back.
Killer is a male Chihuahua. He is black with white markings on his chest, face, and paws. He is 13 years old and missing most of his teeth. Killer was last seen in the area of Warner and Bouchard in Fountain Valley. He was wearing a red collar with a tag. He has been missing since January of 1999. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Killer, call the Lost Animal Files hotline at 714-847-7482 or email us at lostanimalfiles@go.com.
It's always easy to think of the things we could have done or should have done to prevent losing a pet. The heartaches experienced by the owners that you're seeing on today's program are real and unfortunate, but we can all learn valuable lessons from their experiences.
Killer is a small, fast dog who is very skilled getting past kids through an open doorway or not quite closed garage. In fact, he was so skilled, his family expected it to happen. But they were always confident he would come back home.
Killer's gotten out a lot of times, and He's a small dog and he's a fast dog. But he would get out and he would stay in the track. He never went out of the track. People would call, we have your dog.
Pets, no matter how old, are like small children. They need to be maintained in secured areas. They cannot be trusted to be out on their own. Everyone in a family needs to take steps to keep pets safe. Even children must take an active role in preventing the escape of pets. Adults need to monitor the opening and closing of all doors that pets have access to. It does take vigilance, but it will prevent a tragedy.
Fenced backyards are usually a safe place for dogs. But for one Fountain Valley family, the security of their fenced backyard failed not once, not twice, but 3 times.
She went to beauty salon. I think she's tired. Every time
11 years ago, Bosnian refugees Mike and Irinka Bagrameli came to America without a penny to their name. They literally lived on the streets. But with time and hard work, they made the American dream come true. They own a beautiful home in a quiet Fountain Valley neighborhood. In time, they even found room in their lives for 3 small poodles. But on July 14th, the Bagrameli family came home to find their 2-year-old male poodle missing. Though he had never escaped before, the family assumed that somehow this was the case. But 1 week later, their 4-year-old and pregnant female poodle also disappeared. The family was devastated. Unfortunately, their heartache did not end there. 1 week later, their last poodle, a female puppy, also disappeared.
They're pure white, clean, beautiful. I always take care of them very well because I love them very much and they're like children. I have a son, Danny, he loved them very much and he missing them so much. You know, he washing them, shampooing them, and I always dry them, clean their ears, making them to smell beautiful because they are with us all the time upstairs. They sleep with us. Mimi always sleep with us, ladies sleep with us, and they're like our babies. The children grow up, they don't care, they go with girlfriends, they're having good time. But the pets, they're what they make us, you know, very happy. They don't answer back and they don't say anything. And we just love them. And I miss my Brandy and Bobby very much, and I hope somebody gonna see them and they're gonna call me. I didn't put up any signs around. I was just going from door to door to see if I could find it, because all my neighbors know my dogs. Everybody know about Brandy, Bobby, Mimi, and Lady, because most of the time my husband and me were walking around and the people didn't see them, and that's very, very hard. I don't know how they could disappear. That's amazing. I assume somebody probably just took them, maybe to find them outside, and I hope somebody keeping them at home, hoping they're gonna see something on the TV or any ad, and I hope they're gonna call me, because I need my Brandy and Bobby.
The Bagrameli family searched frantically throughout the neighborhood and local animal shelters, but to no avail. After placing an ad in the paper which offered a reward, the puppy was returned, however, under very suspicious circumstances. The person responding to the ad was well aware that the dog had a collar and ID tag, but waited to return it until a reward was offered. Furthermore, she would not identify herself, and as soon as she collected her money, she quickly left.
I put the ad, and my sister put the ads in all newspaper. I went from door to door, knocking on everybody's door. Probably my neighbors didn't understand me at all first couple days, because how I was knocking from door to door, I was crying. Probably people was thinking I'm crazy. They didn't understand me what I was saying. But I was heartbroken, and I'm heartbroken. Thanks God the Mimi is back, but still I need Brandy and Bobby. Mimi disappeared on 27th, and my sister was very smart. She put the ad in the newspaper, a big reward, and Mimi was having tag and column with her name, Mimi Bagramelli, the address, phone number, everything, and she put big reward. And one of the people returned the dog. I was very happy. I saw the dog. I was crying when I saw Mimi. I almost lost all my 3 dogs. I'm very happy Mimi is back. I appreciate she returned the call. I wish I know where she live, and but I thank her she bring me Mimi. I just want to say I hope somebody gonna see this and they're gonna call and they're gonna bring my Brandy back. I need my Brandy and Bobby. They are part of my family. They're like children. I need them back. Please, if you see neighborhood there in dogs, or if you have my Brandy, please bring them back. It's very hard for me. It's hard to be without of her and Bobby. Thank you.
Could Bobby and Brandy have been stolen for breeding purposes? With Brandy surely having had her puppies by now, this seems more and more that it was the case. Perhaps your neighbors have recently acquired 2 white poodles and a litter of pups. If you think so, you can contact the Lost Animal Files hotline or email us. You can even remain anonymous if you wish.
Brandy is a female poodle who is 4 years old. She is solid white and is of the toy variety. She is recently pregnant and has probably given birth to at least 2 puppies. Bobby looks identical to Brandy. He is 2 years old and may have been wearing a collar and tag. Both dogs were last seen in the area of Heil and New Hope in Fountain Valley. They disappeared in July of this year. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Brandy and Bobby, call the Lost Animal Files hotline at 714-847-7482 or email us at lostanimalfiles@go.com.
A home burglary can be a nightmare. Having personal space invaded and valuables stolen seems bad enough. But when a precious pet is also taken, the crime seems that much more heinous. In our next segment, we'll visit a family who experienced just such a sad event.
I bought Princess when she was 6 months old from Pet City. She was a replacement for a Chihuahua that passed away. And I saw her and I just fell in love with her, but I was still mourning the other dog. And they asked me if we wanted to sit with the dog a while, and I did. And initially I said no because I was in so much pain, but yet she turned around and she just licked me on my nose, and I knew that she was my dog. And she's just really precious, full of love, and great disposition for an animal. She was a part of the family, and she's really missed. Not only does the Princess family miss her, but our cat. They were like little playmates. They just played around all day, and Princess would just jump on the cat, and the cat is much bigger than Princess was, but he misses her really bad because the day of the robbery, the cat met my husband and was just meowing and telling him all about what had happened. If the cat could say what happened, I just know he would have done it. But because he's a cat, we just don't know. Our house was robbed in a burglary, and she was missing when I came home, and I've been in contact with the Humane Society, everyone, trying to find her, and we've not had any luck. So we're just waiting now for someone to maybe call, maybe see this, and give us a call and give us a tip, and maybe we can bring her back home.
She's a little bitty dog. Everybody thought that she was a puppy, but she was already a year and a half. And she had the prettiest creamy goldish hair. And underneath her left arm, there was hair missing from a shot that she took, and she had an allergic reaction to it. It's about the size of a quarter, so some of her hair is missing. And she was just so happy and jumpy, and she was just the sweetest dog you'd ever meet. She's about 3 pounds. She's really small, and it's like you're carrying nothing when you hold her. Princess had a little collar around her neck, and it was a blue collar with a little bell. She plays catch, and she likes little fluffy things. You couldn't leave any type of animal or toy or anything around, because right away she wanted to play with it. And she loved people food. She loves fruit and watermelon and popcorn. You couldn't have any food around with her without her wanting to get it.
We put an ad in the paper. We've gone to the Humane Society, each one. We went yesterday all day to several adoption fairs, and the one in Orange. And my husband now is looking at a few more tips that we've encountered, and so we're just continually looking. We put flyers on trees, and we've gone to every neighbor in the neighborhood, outside the neighborhood, telling them that we were robbed and that our dog was taken. And so we've made plenty of calls, put flyers in store windows, just about everything. That anytime I've called every pet store, every groomer, every animal clinic, and to let them know that there is a dog out there that's missing. Princess disappeared on August the 12th. It was a Thursday, and we're not quite sure what time. It had to have been from 8 o'clock and somewhere before 4:30. And we're in between there. No one has seen anything. No one heard anything. So we're not sure exactly what time of the day, but it was during that time. We're in Buena Park. Cross street is San Pablo, off of Crescent, and we're in between Valley View, Knott, Crescent, and La Palma. I'd like to tell the people who have maybe found Princess or even taken Princess, there is a reward for our dog, and I would like to let you know that I know how cute she is, and I know how tempting it is to keep a dog like that doesn't belong to you, but there is a family in Buena Park that really loves her and misses her a lot and would need her to be back home with us, because we are a family. And I hope that anyone that hears this, sees this, will just be courageous and just give us a call and let us know that she's in the area, she's with the neighbors, she's in their home. And I'd just like to say to just be courageous and just make that call.
Princess is a female Pomeranian. She is reddish blonde and is 1.5 years old. She weighs 2 to 4 pounds and was wearing a blue collar with a silver bell on the day she disappeared. She was last seen in the area of Crescent and Knott in Buena Park and has been missing since August. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Princess, call the Lost Animal Files hotline at 714-847-7482 or email us at lostanimalfiles@go.com.
We at the Lost Animal Files want to make sure that your pet never needs to be featured on this program. So here are a few tips to help keep your pets safe. First, never let your pets run loose, especially cats. There are far too many dangers outside, from cars to diseases to predators, both animal and human. Second, always make sure that your pet is wearing a current identification tag. Third, have your pet spayed or neutered. An altered animal is far more likely to stay home than his unaltered counterpart. Fourth, if you have to leave for an extended period, keep your pet in the house or in a padlocked, gated backyard. This way, if a service worker, such as a meter reader or a gardener, tries to get into the yard, they cannot accidentally let your pet escape. Finally, make sure that you take your dogs for walks throughout your neighborhood each and every day to familiarize him with his surroundings. This way, if he ever accidentally escapes, he'll be able to find his way back home again. We hope that these suggestions are helpful. If you have any other ideas to help prevent losing pets, call us at area code 714-847-7482 or send us an email at thelostanimalfiles.go.com. Thank you. Each week, hundreds of animals go missing in Orange County. Few make it back home again. If you've recognized any of the pets you've seen on today's program, please call our hotline number. Or if you've lost your pet and would like to appear on this program, contact us. Finally, please remember to put ID tags on all of your pets. Though this isn't foolproof, an ID tag is your pet's only voice to get back home again. For the Lost Animal Files, I'm Marie Hulett, reminding you all to keep your pets safe.
Every time I close my eyes and think of you, I start to cry. Though I can't be with you now, I'll be with you soon. Every season has to end, but they all come back again. So I know that one day soon I'll be back with you. Always and forever with you. This is how I'm bound. Out where only God and the truth can be found. And when I hear a summer breeze blowing softly through the trees, I can't help but think it's you whispering hello.